Hi folks, welcome to Carl's Vaping Reviews once again. Welcome to the video. I've got a device for you now which is a variable wattage device. I purchased this from a company I found recently which is esig1.co.uk, based in Mansfield. Spoke to the proprietor, Sean, very nice guy, and purchased this off him, which is the IPV Mini 2, which is essentially it's a Yeehee chip in here, SX330 version 2C chip, and it goes from 5 watts to 70 watts, and it reads resistances from 0.2 ohms to 3 ohms. It has an output voltage of 3.6 volts to 8.5 volts. Pass-through mode is supported with this via the USB on the bottom. It takes a single 18650. The dimensions and length is 85 millimeters, so that's right from top to bottom, and width is 52, which is across there, 52.5 millimeters, sorry, and the depth, which is across there, is 15 millimeters. Now it's got an auto ohms resistance meter. Voltage is calculated automatically as wattage is adjusted, etc. Wattage is regulated by the up and down buttons, and that's your fire button. And it has a mini USB interface charging port, which is on the bottom there, as you can see, which is there. We'll go down for close-ups. We'll have another look at it. So that's all the specs of it. That's taken from the website. Of people who are going to buy it. I like to give you the specs from the site that's actually selling it, because that's where customers are going to buy it from, etc. Now I'm going to show you the box and everything in a minute. It comes in a like an eco-friendly style box, if you know what I mean, type kind of thing. This is the brown boxes. I've got this running at 35 watts at the moment. Doesn't stay on very long, the screen doesn't, but it's set at 35 watts, and it's pushing out 4.4 volts on with this Atlantis atomizer, which is running a 0.5 ohm coil. And we'll take a vape. Rhubarb and custard in there, it's lovely. Let me take this chewing gum out of my mouth. Anyway, as you can see, it kicks out, and that's only at 35 watts. Now, it's a great device. It's a single 18650, like I said. We'll unscrew that now, and you can charge it with the battery still in. I prefer to take, if it's a simple to take out, I'll take the batteries out like that. This is a VTC4 in here, but if you're running these atomizers, guys, these 0.5, these sub-ohm tanks, make sure you get the battery that's capable. These Sonys are very good, or the Samsung INRs, the R25s, I think they are called. But have a read up on battery safety, please, with regards to, I know these are regulated devices and they've got protections built in. This has got undervolts protection, it's got reverse battery protection, all the safeties you can think of are in here. Excuse me. But please be safe. Please be careful with when running sub-ohm atomizers. I can't stress that enough. Now, if I take the device off, it's a solid 510, that is, and it's a 22mm diameter here. So obviously your Atlantis will look flush when screwed on. As you can see down there, it's flush as you're going to get it, and it sits nice and flush to the top because it has a spring-loaded 510. Although it looks like it's adjustable with a screwdriver, I would advise not to unscrew it with a screwdriver. As you can see, just get in close. Hopefully, let's just go into manual mode. I'll show you in manual mode. There we are. It's got a flathead screwdriver, but I wouldn't bother trying unscrewing that. It is spring loaded. So let's have a look at it up close. I'm not going to go sort of away from the video to show you this. I'm just going to show it you like this now, because I am close enough to the camera anyway to show you. So this is what they call the limited edition one, and sorry it's this silver, it's not showing up very well on the silver. That's the moniker. It'd be better showing a black one off really, because it comes in silver and black, but on esig1.co.uk they only do the silver one at the moment. So this is the silver version, and that's the limited edition 2015 Chinese souvenir, which is the year of the goat. And there's the Pioneer4you logo as well. And I believe they made 9,999 with this logo on, the souvenir logo. It also has a serial number on the bottom, if I turn it round, which is AL1170. That is a serial number for it. There's your USB port on the bottom. You can see where the two halves actually go together at the bottom here of the device, and if I turn it round, it's screwed in with hex screws. And then what we've got here is the screen. Now when you get this device, there's a protective cover over this. It is quite difficult to see, as it is put on quite well, but you can take that off if you so wish, because it does come quite scratched up. My cover was anyway. I could tell there was a screen protector on it, should I say. Now let's just go in a little bit closer. Let's just get this focus right. There we are. Now there's the top cap, like I said, and that's a solid stainless steel 510 connection in here, and it's really solid, really nice feel when you're screwing the atomizers in. It feels really solid, and that is spring loaded in there. Let me get my little screwdriver to show you, or my little prongs, should I say. If you can see it on camera. Let's just get it. It's quite stiff. There you go. It does. It is highly sprung, and everything sits on it nicely. I'll tell you when it's hitting the contact. It's hitting the contact now, and then you just screw on, and it will sit flush because it's spring loaded. There we go. So this is a different way of doing the videos, rather than just go down to the table, etc. I thought I'll keep the video rolling and I'll show it you off the cuff. Now we have a fire button here, and also your power on button, and it's off at the moment because, let me just check. That's right, yeah. I was just checking that I put the battery back in properly. Now it's off now because I took the battery out. So we need 5 clicks to turn it on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you get the logo, Pioneer4you logo. IPV Mini 2 comes up, and then it's saying check atomizer, and then it's reading 35 watts, but check atomizer because there's nothing attached. Now let me just attach my Atlantis again, because it'll make showing you the screen easier. So now we're reading 0.6 ohms with this 0.5 ohm coil. It does vary between 0.55 and 0.6, because it does show There you go. 0.5 ohms. See it better when it's not lit up brightly. 0.5 ohms. So it does sometimes show 0.6 and show that 0.1 out. So what we've got is the fire button here. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. System off, and that's it. So it's 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. So we'll turn it back on again. Pioneer4you logo, IPV Mini 2, and then that's it. And then it's on, and you can see it. 35 watts, 4.4 volts output. Now you've got a down button and an up button. Now with this, if from sleep or from sleep now, if I press the up button, it's got these presets, so it's not actually upping your wattage. It is if your presets are set higher than what you started off with. What it does is it's like a presets which you can set. There's 5 of them. So one's set at 22, one's at 25, 3's at 30, 4's at 35, and 5's at 40 watts. They're just my presets. But if you wanted to change, say, that one, which is a 22 watt one, so you'd you'd select it, and you'd select M1, and then you press the down button, and then the up button. So then you can change it then to whatever you want it to. So if I wanted M1 to be 15 watts, I just press the down button, keep my finger on it, and it'll scroll. It does scroll quite quickly. Oh, I pressed the 5 button there, sorry. See, now M1 is set at 13.8. So we want it at 15, so we'd have to press the down button first and then the up button to get it to 15. Let's get it to 15, and then that M1 will be set at 15 now. You don't have to do nothing else apart from fire the atomizer. And then when you go to select it again, M1 is 15, look. M2 is 25, M3 is 30, M4 is 35, M5 is 40. So M1 is 15. That's what we'd set it at. So remember, we're from sleep or from a few seconds after firing. If you press the up button straight away to try and up your wattage, you'll go into these memories. I don't think they're needed personally. I would just like it to be an up and down volume, an up and down alteration of the wattage rather than the up being a menu. Because sometimes you just press up to change and you think, oh shit, it's the memories again. So we'll have it at 35. So it's M4. I mean, it's quick like that, but I just prefer it to be up and down, to be honest. Then you've also, if you press these two together, the up and down button, it also locks the device. So it'll say please unlock, and when you press the 5 button, so that's the lock feature. And you need to press both again to unlock. You press them both simultaneously, which takes it out of lock. On the screen there, I'll just keep firing it to keep the screen on, because the screen doesn't stay on for that long. It only stays on for a short time. So we've got 35 watts, which is here. Then at the top it says 4.4 volts. That is the voltage output in wattage. So 35 watts equates to 4.4 volts of output. It's not your battery voltage. And then that's your ohms of your coil there, which is reading 0.5 ohms. And then you've got a battery bar here, more like a battery sag bar rather than anything else. I've noticed this as. Doesn't really give you any sort of indication. Well, it does, but it's more of a, when you fire it, you'll have quite a bit of lag if you're running it at 35 watts. It's more of a battery health, really. This VTC4 is quite new, but it's still got a bit of lag in it, so it does need charging again really now. But you've got your battery venting on the bottom cap. I'll take the bottom cap off to show you. And it's just it's a nice turn. I'm not comparing it with the older model because I never had the older model, so I can't compare it. And that's your battery cap now. It's a lightweight metal, I would say, like an aluminium type. I'm not sure if it's stainless steel or not, but it's plated. It's chrome plated of some sort anyway because it's shiny. And then I've got VTC4 there, and then inside there is your spring. So the spring is at the top rather than on the battery cap. So then it goes, when you insert the battery, it's positive side up, and then your negatives at the bottom, and then you screw your battery cap on. The threading's very nice on this battery cap, to be honest. It's really not crunchy at all, as you can. I'll try and get it, really smooth, really smooth. And the overall device, the look of it, is really nice, and it's really nice to hold in the hand. With this round bit here, I hold it that way, so my fingers are round there, and then I fire it with my thumb, and it's a really nice device to use. Can't seem that I don't think I've missed anything off on it. Obviously I've got to turn it back on again now because I've taken the battery out, and it does save your set wattage that you're on when you've taken the battery out. 35 watts there again, see. And that's about it, guys, with the close-up of the IPV Mini 2 from esig1.co.uk. That's just the hair there, it's not a scratch, but I've had it a few days now, and it's the bottom cap stood up. I thought that would scratch up really easy, but it hasn't. Also, let me just plug it in for charge purposes. Let me just unravel my USB cable here. Try to. Now, when you plug it in, make sure I've got it right way around, you'll see that you'll get a lightning bolt in the battery. Now, when the screen goes out, it shows you or if it's off, let me just unplug it, and I'll switch it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. System off. And then I plug the charger in, then it shows you a big battery bar like that. When that is fully charged, that battery that's in there, that when you press the fire button, you can bring the battery bar back up to check your status. That's still in charging at the moment. When it's full, that inside of that battery will be coloured green, and it'll be full. And it'll just be like there won't be a lightning bolt there. It'll just be solid LED green in there, or greeny blue colour inside the battery cell image. So that's the charging, and you can switch it. I'll switch it on with it charging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's a nice click on this, actually. It's a softer click. It's not, you can just about hear it. These are more clicky at the bottom, these buttons. But the fire button isn't as clicky, but it's nice. It's nice, and the profile of it, they don't stick out too much. One thing to note, when I pulled the screen protector off this, the whole screen came off with it. It's just stuck on with a little bit of double-sided glue, I think. It's double-sided tape. Double-sided glue? You mong. Double-sided tape or something, but it came off with the screen protector, so I had to stick it back on again. A bit similar to the iStick, how that just gets stuck on. It's a similar type screen, actually. But the screen sits well back from the actual screen itself inside, sits well back from this black smoky protector. You can see it inside. When you get it, you'll see it sits quite a way back. See, like that. So that's it, guys, for the close-ups. Let me just go and zoom back out again a little bit, put autofocus back on. So I'm still using it. Bloody hell. And 35 watts for the Atlantis is about right for me. I can run the Atlantis at 30 myself. but I tend to use it at 35 in the main, the Atlantis coils. Do you want to see something else on there? Let's put something else on there. I've got a Smock GTC tank as well. I've also got another tank here. That's for another review. Can't be shown that yet, but that's the GTC tank Smock on there. I built that coil in there. That coil's at 0.8. That coil is. It's in there. I pre-built the X1 coil. Well, I built the coil myself inside it. I've taken the old coil out and built it again. Dead easy to build. A bit similar to the kind of sub-tank heads. How you rebuild them. As you can see, it kicks out. I'm using a 7030 VG PG liquid in there. What's it like with a dripper on? Very nice looking, actually. I've got a little boy here, white one. My lad keeps pinching this off me, actually. And the thing with drippers is, yeah, they tend to have very long 510 connections, and as you can see, the little boy sits perfectly on it, and that's got quite a long connection on it. That one. Let's see what this is pumping out at. 0.6 ohms. This is. Stacks of vapor. Let me just give you an overview of what this is like. I'll just drip a few drips of. I've got Big Cloudy Liquids Jelly Bean in here. Single coil. It's just a single coil, 0.6 ohms. Just checking the airflow is correct. So that's a little boy on the IPV. As you can see, stacks. That's only at 30 watts. But yeah, a great device. Great. The 510 at the top is really solid. Really, one of the best ones I've used in a long time, actually. At fitting atomizers on. Great company I got it from as well. I recently found them, like I say, and I spoke to him a number of occasions. And the price on this at the moment is, for the silver one, which he has in, it's $49.79. If you spend over £20, it's delivered free. Just checking his delivery options. And have a quick look on his site, esig1.co.uk. He has lots of. He's got the IPv4 coming in shortly as well, which is being revised, which is to a temperature control device. Again, another temperature control device. I've got one here that's not really temperature control, but we'll see, because that's using the YeeHee, the IPv4 is. But check esig1 out, guys. It's a really good site. I purchased this from. Delivery come next day. I have got a few other bits and pieces to show you in further reviews, and I'll hopefully be buying some more and getting some more kit from Sean at esig1. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you, if you're watching this video, this is a great device. I recommend it. Points wise, out of 10, I'd give this 10 out of 10 because it's a really good device. 70 watts for the money, you know, 49 quid, under 50 quid for a 70 watt device. Excellent. Single 18650, so you know it's on its limit for a single 18650 at 70 watts. But me personally, I don't really go above 50 for the stuff that I use. And it fires down to 0.2, so you can stick any of these newer atomizers that are coming out, like the Arctic, with the 0.2 ohm coil on, and it'll fire them perfectly with this. So it caters for everything. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next review. Thank you.